What's good, people? We're back. Let's talk ball. 12th man's back. Make sure you're doing me a favor. Hit the like and the subscribe button. Make sure you're showing love to the community and helping us on our way to the big 60. 60K is the next one. That is the next target. So make sure you are showing some love. Make sure you're following every single one of our guests. The panel is back and it's a little bit tweaked today. We've got Hooks, halftime Hooks. Make sure you're showing him some love. Make sure you're showing love to Durag Diaries with Jords, all Spurs content. Make sure you're following Forest Fan TV. We will be redirecting you to Wolfie's watch along for Forest after this. So please make sure you stay tuned. We got Jamie's channel, Liverpool Chats TV. Make sure you go show him some love as well. And we have a special guest in the building. Saeed TV is here. There's no Flawless or Joe tonight, but Saeed is here to make up the numbers. So big up to you, bro. He's just having problems with his camera at the moment, but he is with us, people. So trust me, we will be talking to him. Make sure you're showing OK Jerseys some love. You've got the code 12MAN. You'll get 8% off. You will get it in time for Christmas if you're quick. Make sure you get any shirt you want with any number on the back. It can be current this season, last season, or retro. So go and show them some love. OK Jerseys have been great to us, to show them some love as well. If you do want to follow us on audio platforms, we are on audio now as well. If one of the mods can just put exclamation mark audio, then the link will come up in the chat for you to click on as well. Let's start with Gyokeres. Now, I don't want to start with a negative because Arsenal last night did well. They were really good. Madueke deserves a lot of credit. Martinelli deserves a lot of credit. I thought the players that came in were really good. Zubimendi was on fire. And I will be honest, everybody kind of played well, other than one player. And I kind of feel like we have to have a discussion now about Victor Gyokeres and if he suits his system. Not if he's a good player or not, because I think everyone decides he's a good player. But does he suit what Arsenal need right now? And the reason I bring this up, and I did this on the show, so apologies if you've seen this already, chat. But I'm having a bit of an issue with strikers at Arsenal because I've seen quite a few of them now, if I'm honest with you. And I haven't really managed to get the hang of any of them yet. And when we signed this guy, I thought, yeah, finally we've got someone who knows where the back of the net is. And although he has scored and he's not been a flop yet and all this kind of stuff, there's still time. I don't think things are right now. So I don't know if we need to change our system. I don't know if Arteta needs to tweak something, or I don't know if it's a Victor Gyokeres thing where we have to actually look at potentially the individual now. So I'm going to come to my boy Hooks because he was capping as much as me for this guy, probably even more, if I'm honest, than me, because I wanted Isak over Gyokeres, and he said he wanted Gyokeres over Isak. So
some people call it shaking their bum violently. You know,
shaking their bum violently. Big up to Deji. So I'll let Hooks come in because he might want to potentially back his guy. He might want to question his guy, but what's going on at the moment with Victor Gyokeres, Hooks? He had a really good 45 minutes against Burnley where he scored, then he got injured. Since he's come back against Villa and obviously against Bruges the other night, it's got to change, bro. What's
he didn't get too many minutes against Villa, did he? Or am I bugging? I'm bugging, man.
He got the half, didn't he? Second half, pretty much.
Yeah, it is. And it's like and let's remember he's coming back from injury. Like he missed a few games, like he's coming back from injury. And for me, it's pretty simple. Like, and you can still see it now. Like, people just don't find him. It's just that simple. People just don't find him. Whether that's because, I don't know, they don't trust him, or they're just not used to playing with a player like him, or whatever it may be. They're just not finding him. Like, he's not getting the same amount of time on the ball as other players do when they play in that position. Like, when you look at like when Gabriel Jesus came on, he didn't get too much time on the ball, but people were still finding him a lot more than what they tried to find Victor Gyokeres. So I just think it's a case of Arsenal aren't used to playing with a 9 that plays in the way that Victor Gyokeres plays. And for me, he's doing a bit of
silent, Jords?
He's doing the Lord's work. I call it the Lord's work. He's doing the Lord's work, yeah, which is when he's on the pitch, he becomes the focal point, which frees up our wingers to get more space. And it's just that simple. Like, doesn't
did we bring him in? Sorry to cut you, my bro, but did we bring him in to bring in our wingers into play, or did we bring him in to be a gunman?
I mean, I can't tell you why he was brought in. You would assume that he's brought in.
But Hooks, you know why? He was to score goals, bro. That's why.
But the thing is, like, if Arsenal are winning because of efforts that he puts on the pitch, then I don't see what the issue is. Like, I'll ask a simple question. Would you be happier as an Arsenal fan if Victor Gyokeres scores 40 goals and we don't win the Prem, or if he scores 10 and we win the Prem?
Oh no, he's got to win the Prem. Absolutely, I don't care.
I don't like those types of questions, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to make out.
I'm trying to bring reality to the conversation.
Like you're trying to make it out to seem like if you win the title and he scores 10 goals, it's still a successful signing. No, it doesn't mean it's a successful signing. You're judging the player based on his ability, on how he's performing in the game. You're not judging him on the team's performance. And that's what you guys done for the first 3 months of the season.
Are we not?
The first 3 months
are we not, Jords? So then why would
the first 3 months of the season?
No, we're not doing this.
No, we're not doing this. We're not.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
We're not doing this. All he was hearing was, "Oh, it doesn't matter. We're winning. It doesn't matter. We're winning." Now that you guys have faced adversity, people are finally starting to look around and be like, "Rah, these games, your strikers not scoring goals." It's not good enough for you guys to be signing this guy, and for 4 months later, he scored 4 Premier League goals. 4 months, Premier League goals. That is terrible. He's been a shit signing. And last year, Dan, do you know what I don't like? Because his whole excuse and his whole argument was based on we don't create for Gyokeres. When that was Højlund, everybody lauged. Everybody took the piss out of him. Nobody sat there and said, Højlund, we feel sorry for you. They're not passing to you, man. Everyone called him shit. Everyone called him rubbish. Saeed will remember better than anyone. They didn't create for Højlund, but often, again, people were clowning Højlund time and time again.
Got mad feedback.
He never got created for.
Yeah, where's that feedback coming from, man? Someone's got mad feedback. Who is that?
It's probably Jords all ranting and raving about someone else's.
Is that me, or I don't know?
Oh, you think it's me? It's not me.
Wait, hold on, let's go.
Everyone mute. Who is it?
It's Jamie.
It's Jamie. It's Jamie. Okay. Yeah, Jay, you got some mad feedback, bruv. It's really. Have a look at your settings or something, bruv. Your audio settings.
Yeah.
I
hear his point. I hear John's point.
You're rambling
my last sentence. I
want to deal with something you said.
Last sentence. Just let me get out. So again, like going Højlund, Solanke was another one who, again, I could sit here and make excuses last season, say we didn't play to create for a striker. We didn't. But ultimately, the striker has to score goals. Nobody sits here and feels sorry for a striker that isn't scoring goals because the team's not creating for him. Gyokeres is a senior striker, 27-year-old, came in to be a bagsman, and he's proven not to be a bagsman. It's as simple as that. Stop making excuses that you don't create for him.
Because it's not an excuse. It's just a fact of life. This is a fact of life. Like, do you know what I mean? We need to move away from this YouTube thing where people can't have normal conversations about football, bro. Like, do
you have the same energy for other strikers though? Like when they're not getting
Hey, Saeed, I don't know if you know me that well, but I'm actually quite a neutral guy. You know, I'm not the guy that goes out and screws other players, and I'm quite fair. You know,
I'm not sure I know you then, Hugs.
Yeah, I'm quite a but my thing is it's not an excuse, it's a fact of life. It's like when people say, "Oh, why are you mentioning injury?" Well, it's because it's a fact of life.
Why does Moreno continuously score then? Even though when he why does your team look way better, more fluid when he's in attack?
Continually is mad. But I'll tell you why. Yeah, someone like Moreno is getting more goals. Well, saying more goals is crazy because it's not even too much, but gets more goals than you would expect from someone like Gyokeres, because when he plays in the 9, he doesn't play like a 9. He drifts away and he sort of becomes the unknown, where is he type of guy. And then he will drift into the box late because people are not picking him up because he doesn't actually play in the 9.
He's got good movement. Don't do Moreno like that. He's got good movement.
Yeah, but so does Victor Gyokeres. It's just that
why does he get in the positions then? So why does he get in the positions then?
Because he's not the focal point. When Moreno plays,
just to understand, what you're saying is Moreno knows what positions to get into, and Gyokeres don't. Ultimately, because if Moreno's getting in, it's not like Moreno's scoring from the edge of the box. Most of his goals come inside the box. He's scoring a lot of headers and so on. That means he's making good movement to run into areas where he can get a header. Why is Gyokeres not making that same movement to get into those positions to finish those? He's not. He doesn't have the ability to get into those positions. He's not smart.
I'll say it again. I'll say it again, yeah. Mikel Moreno is not a 9, he's a midfielder. So when he plays in the 9, he naturally drops into areas he would be in as a midfielder, which means he gets more space, and whoever moves into that 9 position becomes the focal point. So when he goes into the box, it's because he's not being picked up. Victor Gyokeres, when he is on the pitch, again, he is the focal point. Hence why Saka gets more space. Hence why whoever plays on the left, Trossard, gets more space, because he is the focal point. The brother will have 2 to 3 men on him in the mid. It's the same thing with Saka last season. Man are asking me, why can't Saka do all the flicks and tricks and beat 10 man? And because all the time he's on the ball, he has 3 to 4 man on him. It's just that simple. Now, Jords, yeah, I'm not the one that complained about Victor. You won't find anywhere me complaining about Victor Gyokeres, because I understand what is
you shook your patty for 2 years for him. Of course, you're not going to complain.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
You were sitting there for 2 years saying, "Bring me Gyokeres, bring me Gyokeres." When he fails, you're going to be the reason why.
I'm patient with any player. I'm patient with any player that leaves from a foreign league and comes over to the Premier League, because unlike you, George, seems to want to do the YouTube thing all the time. I understand how difficult it is to go from a league that is abroad and then come over to the Premier League. I don't go raw. 15 games.
So what you're saying is a step up from the Portuguese league is too hard for him. That's what it is. That's ideally.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there's an adjustment.
No. Because all summer, Saeed remembers, because he done bare shows with D, and I remember watching these shows. We'd be on these shows. Oh, what did they say, Saeed? He scored 100 goals in 2 years. 100 goals in 2. I've heard that statement repeated.
It's the season done
50,000 times.
It's the season done.
Now he's now scored 4 goals. It's not about the season being done.
It's the season done.
You're not confident he's going to score the amount of goals, though, are you?
You never once mentioned in the summer.
I still think he's going to score 20.
How many goals do you reckon Gyokeres is going to score this season?
I still think he gets 20 in the Prem, and I think he gets maybe
20 in the Prem.
Hooks, man.
Look,
are you happy what you're seeing, though? Are you happy what you're seeing, Hooks?
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Yeah, people always people laugh at me for you thought Arsenal was going to do sick this season. I'm now sitting top of the Premier League and the Champions League, so it's cool. Man can laugh at me, but I just see things before other people, and that's fine.
I said it in the summer to you guys. I don't think a striker was Arsenal's problem. I remember saying this to you guys in the summer, because of the way Arteta sets up. You know, he doesn't really set up for a main striker for Arsenal. You have to be technically good and work hard as well to drop into them deep areas to pick up the ball. And that's not Gyokeres' game. He's not that kind of footballer. He's not. Look, I wouldn't class Gyokeres as a good footballer. He's a good goal scorer. I think you can have two differences. I just don't think he's that kind of footballer. He's going to drop deep naturally and do his thing and be part of the game if he's not scoring. I just think he's a misprofiled, like Liverpool misprofiled Isaac. I'm not going to be hypocritical here. I say it as it is. You know, I look at someone like Ekitike. Ekitike might not score in games, but when he drops in, he looks techie, he looks good on the ball. He's a good footballer, right? I don't think Gyokeres is that kind of player. So when Moreno plays there, like Hooks is saying, because Hooks is right in some things he's saying as well, when Moreno plays there, because he drops in deep, he's technically a better footballer than Gyokeres. So it works better for Arsenal in that forward area. You know, you get the best out of the wide players. Arsenal's play still comes from their wide areas. That's where their best attackers are, in the wide areas of the pitch. They're still their best attackers, no matter what forward they got. So at this moment, Moreno almost is better for Arsenal system than Gyokeres is right now for me.
I actually agree with that. I think Moreno is better than Gyokeres. But Wolfie, last time we spoke, you was kind of backing Gyokeres and said give him a bit more time, see what he's like. It took on time. Are you still there, or are you starting to doubt? Because I've got to be honest, bro. I'm not getting much from him at the moment when I'm watching him. But obviously, when you're outside looking in, it's different. So what are you saying?
Well, firstly, I think we got to take note that all strikers, barring Haaland, are average. They're not like they were 10, 15, 20 years ago.
I agree with that.
The level of strikers is appalling, man. You go back, even I think Defoe would be the best striker in the Premier League if he was around right now. That's how crap I rate all the strikers across Europe. And secondly, on Gyokeres, I'm not hearing enough blame on Arteta, because there's a lot in what's being said here. I think Jamie touched on it, Hooks touched on it. He doesn't fit the system where Arsenal look like they need a false 9 in that system. So if you're buying Gyokeres, you got to play towards his strengths. And his strengths is going to be in that box, getting the finishes and what have you, or giving him space he can run into and get his goals that way. Now, he isn't blameless either. I said in the summer, I said he looked fat. I still don't think he looked sharp in terms of his physique. I still think he needs to do a bit more work in the gym and get himself into kind of my shape, isn't it? But I still think it's early doors. Because are we saying now, if Gyokeres, so who you got? You got Wolves this weekend, haven't you?
Yeah.
If Gyokeres goes and scores 4 goals against Wolves and he goes up to 9 in 15, are we now saying that because of that game he is a good striker? Like, there's got to be a bit of perception on it, because if he does that, let's say he does that, and Jords comes at Hooks next week, Hooks is going to say 9 and 15, not bad, goal nearly over every other game.
What if he don't score in that game though?
Boy,
I mean, if you don't score in that game, then yeah, I will say hands up, he is absolute shite. But the thing is, it's just too much. It's just too much. Like, Jords has points, Hooks has points. The truth is somewhere in the middle, man. George has just got the knives out ready for Gyokeres because he had the knives out ready for him in the side. You can't be shameless in this, Saeed. You can't be shameless when you called your boy Tesco and give me Gyokeres when you thought you had to sniff at him in the corner, right? I don't forget these things. I don't forget these things. What I'm trying to say is
the hype that went into Gyokeres, though, it's just
from you.
When fans call it out and say, right, they said 20 goals, they said it would be the missing link. Remember, they said it was a missing piece for the title race. They said if they get this guy here, that's it. We're set to go. This is what we need. And he hasn't provided. I do agree with you, though, in terms of the manager needs a lot of blame. But, brother, did you not see his little pass back to, I think it was it? I don't know who, left winger. It's so stiff, bro. Like, it's like, bro, this is not an Arsenal striker. The more I look at it, the more I think, wow, is he really an Arsenal striker? Like, can they really? Because I'm looking at Ekatike. I'm looking at maybe an Isak. That looks like to me an Arsenal striker, if I'm being honest with you, because of the way that you lot play. When I look at Gyokeres, I'm like, are you going to cater towards Gyokeres, or does he need to cater towards Arsenal? And I don't think he's going to cater towards Arsenal. I don't think he's got that in his bag to be so comfortable. I looked at Jesus when he came on, and I was like, yo, Jesus looking sharp, tight little space, his movement, his little giving goals. That's not Gyokeres. But then we need to come to the recruitment and say, why do you look? His strengths weren't to Arsenal. You weren't going to just get to replicate the goals from Liga NOS, because I told you, that Liga NOS is an awful league. Man like Nunes scored 20-odd goals over there. You know what I mean? The Liverpool bought him. So, I look at it, I'm like, I don't think you should write him off. But at the same time, it's like, you ain't getting no 20-goal season now. You're not.
Would you say, though, when you look at Gyokeres, I think he's 28 at the end of the season, ain't he?
Yeah.
Beginning of the next season. Gyokeres is bought for now, ain't he? I'm not saying 28's old or anything like that, but he's bought now. He's ready-made. He's bought for now, ain't he? Like, in 2 or 3 years' time, he's going to be that striker. By the time he's 30, he's going to be that striker. I don't think Arsenal got time to keep bedding him in. That's the thing. It's not like he's a 22-year-old striker where you can give him maybe a year or so just to bed in and all that, and then you see the improvements in him. He's ready to go now. And if there's going to be no improvements, then Arsenal might think about, letting him go at the end of the season.
The thing is, I don't think there is any time. There's no time to wait, in my opinion. It's got to get across the line. Also, can't help but think what Hook said earlier is right about, like, let's say Gyokeres scores 6 goals this season and Arsenal win the league. I'm not going to be crying too much, right? However, I will look at that position and still want it upgraded. Now, there's only really
Darwin Núñez won the league, and I didn't want him at my football club, man.
There we go, right? So, but I'm not saying we keep him. I'm saying that I won't really care and go, well, we won the league, but I won't be celebrating it because we signed Gyokeres and he only got
Gyokeres. Would you agree? Right? So, in Darwin Núñez's first Premier League season as a bum, he scored 11 Premier League goals. Gyokeres has got to score more than that.
So I agree with that, and I think the comparisons with him and Núñez, right, are fair because of the league they come from. All I will say is I didn't see Darwin Núñez getting hat-tricks in Champions Leagues against City and dunking on them and picking up Ballon d'Or top scorer and Europe awards. That's all I will say in comparison to it. So I appreciate where the comparison comes from. I actually didn't hate on Darwin Núñez like a lot of other people did. Maybe if I watched him every week like you, Jay.
Oh, if you watched him every week, you'd have pulled
maybe so. I thought there was a lot of stuff he did outside of just scoring. But for me,
it was good press. He was good press.
Yeah. I do feel like Victor Gyokeres isn't even doing that really at the moment. That's my big problem. You know, like when you'll say, like, for example, Kai Havertz. Yeah, no one really wants him up top for their side, but you can appreciate what he brings to the side. He's a different dimension, does a lot off the ball, etc. I didn't want Gyokeres to be brought in to do that because I've already got Kai Havertz that could do that. I wanted this guy to be the gun man. I wanted this guy to go, right, goal, 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 goal. I don't care if I don't see him for 89 minutes. But he scores in every game. It doesn't bother me because that's all Arsenal needed, apparently, was this baller in the middle. So that's all I thought we would be with it. When I look at what Gyokeres has done so far at Arsenal, it's been meaty. I've not been convinced. I don't look at it and go, oh, this is harsh critique. It's fair critique because there was always going to be an element of pressure, but he said he wanted that. He begged to come to Arsenal. I liked that. He was scoring goals in the Champions League for his club, country, Europa League he scored as well, and obviously top scorer in Portugal. It was worth a punt. It was about 50 mil in the end. So it's not like, oh my God, we've wasted 150 mil. You know, we haven't done that, right? So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The only players I wanted alongside and outside of him was Isak, Osimhen, and Julian Alvarez. They're the only three that I would have taken alongside Gyokeres. I didn't want Sesko. I didn't even want Ekitike, although in hindsight, that looked like he might have suited our system more. I didn't want those two. I don't remember crying for those two. I remember doing what Said did. Benjamin Sesko, no thank you.
You wanted a goal, and then obviously,
I wanted, and for me, I thought he was the guy. If he isn't going to be the guy, then calm. We move and we go and find the guy next time. Like, you can get players wrong. People have got stuff wrong before. But I would sit there and say, I can't sit there and be hypocritical and go, I'm not sure about Havertz. Jesus, not for me fitness-wise. Oh, yeah, but give Gyokeres time. No, I need the guy to come in and deliver now. And if it isn't going to be him, then we're there. So I'm with Wolfie, as let's not go too mental yet. But I can't go full on, well, I think that it will happen. It's because of this, that, and the third. I'm looking at a system thing as well, an Arteta thing as well. And I've just put up them pictures of those strikers. Why can't they all bang? Are they all shocking? Or is Arteta just not able to get the best out of his nine? That's the question mark I've got, man. But I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Said.
Yeah, no, I listen, I think it's one of them where Arsenal have just got to be honest with about their player, man. Because everyone else is honest about their player. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest about Cunha. Cunha's not performed. You know what I mean? And he needs to do more. There's players, you know what I mean? And we need to ask for more, demand for more. But with Gyokeres, I still believe Arteta needs to have a set of tactics where it's almost like the final ball that comes in, he's there at the right place at the right time. Obviously, he hasn't got the elite movement of Haaland, and Haaland's on a different, you know what I mean, like different level, if I'm being true and honest with you. But at the same time, like the first touch, it just looks a bit clumsy. When you watch him, he's not on the eye. Like, you're like, this is not great at all, man.
He looks like a centre-back playing up top.
Yeah.
You think
and you know what the maddest thing is, yeah? We laughed at man like Lukaku, yeah? And Lukaku, everybody's saying Timberland boost, but then there's no energy for Gyokeres when clearly, you know what I mean? It's a similar kind of like, you know, so...
I've got to be real, I think Lukaku is looking better than Gyokeres. I can't even lie. So,
there you go.
Yeah, but don't you think the example of Haaland is the perfect example? Because if you remember before he came in, City were playing with a false nine, tiki-taka all around. Pep knew that Haaland doesn't fit into that system. He's not going to be there passing around. Whatever. And he changed it. Pep is able to look at the tools he's got and decide what's the best setup and what's the best formation for it. I just think Arteta thought, right, let's just take Gyokeres, just plop him in the 9 and the ball will go in the back of the net without thinking about it from a systematic point of view. And I don't think he's getting enough heat for it.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I think personally, like, I do agree with some of the elements Hooks was saying. Like, as much as I'm cooking Gyokeres, I don't think Arsenal's team is set up to have a striker. I don't think they need a striker in the team, and I don't think they've set up. I don't even think they wanted a striker. You could see the way that they used Kai Havertz, and why he was so successful was because of his sort of movement and his build-up and his ability to get involved in just the overall, like, matter of the state of play. He can drop in, he can do the 1-2s. He doesn't have to stay as a focal number 9. But at the same time, Gyokeres, we was told that Gyokeres can bring players into play. We saw him early on in that Leeds game run the channels, and that's what we were told. Like Arteta's going to use him to run the channels out wide to bring other players into play, and it's now going to end up working. And we saw him in Portuguese league, and one of the things that was highlighted by many fans, they said a lot of his goals come in the transition. A lot of his goals come up against high lines, and there's so much space that he's running into. Arsenal's never going to get that space. Like, maybe 2-3 times across the season, he might have that space to run in behind. So that was already identified that his style of play didn't really suit Arsenal, but everyone just ignored that because he scored goals. Now he's in the Arsenal team. You'd expect someone who scored that many goals to still find a way to get goals. So as much as I do think it's on Arteta, you are right. It's still on the player because the player has to find a way to make it work.
Yeah. Do you think it's misprofiled? Do you think it's misprofiled a little bit? Well, I think they saw him as a goal scorer. They saw him as a major goal scorer, and they thought, he's a player maybe like a Haaland who don't need many touches, but can get 1 or 2 a game. That sort of. I
think he's misprofiled a lot of players, though, Jamie. To be fair, Arteta, as much as he deserves praise, there's definitely criticism to certain players. I think we misprofiled Declan Rice for the majority of last year. Look at him now. He's now box to box, and boom, everyone's talking about him being one of the best in the league. Whereas last season, everyone was questioning whether he was an advanced 8. Well, he wasn't. He's a box to box. He needs to be deeper, and now he is. Look at him, boom. So I think he has misprofiled players before. But look, I want to move to just like quickly before we come to Jords and Wolfie, because I do think there were some positives last night. Madueke being one of them. He's come on now to the back up to Saka. Unbelievable goal. I know he got the header as well, but that goal was a banger. Martinelli as well. Not great in the first half, I didn't think, but second half really come to life, and I thought he was excellent. That goal was superb. Is that just showing the strength in depth? I don't mind who answers this, but is that just showing that we do actually have the best squad in the league now? Some people are saying. Do people agree with that?
I think you got a good squad. You know what I mean? Obviously, you've had injuries and whatnot, but yeah, I think to have Madueke coming on instead of Saka, and I can't lie to you, man, Madueke might be knocking on the door to start a game. You know what I mean? If you look at Madueke, when he's dribbling 1v1, he's a little bit more direct than Saka. Saka likes to cut in. Maybe
he goes on the outside more, don't he?
Yeah. And I don't know. Like I said, you got to utilize that as much as you can. I think for me, it's like there's no excuses this year for Arsenal. Like, you've got the squad, you've got the striker. You know what I mean? As Hook says, he's going to score 20 goals, and I look at it and I'm like, everything needs to be there to go and win that league. I'm not sure about the Champions League. I know Nani said about Champions League, but I think that might be too much out of your reach there. But you should be at least going to semi-finals. But yeah, man, I don't see why not. Like, you've got a capable squad. When I look at the league as well, man, like, Man City are not the Man City of old. Even though they're going to take you the distance, I still think they're vulnerable. I watched Real Madrid last night, and I think Real Madrid, there was a few moments where I was like, wow, this defense is getting really, really stretched here. So yeah, man, again, the manager is going to be stubborn and do things where, that he's done before and start bottling it a little bit. So
that's the question mark, isn't it? The manager's the question mark. Like, let's just be real. Whether you love him or hate him, or he's Marmite to you, whatever, whether you're a rival or an Arsenal fan, do you think he can get across the line? Sorry, Wolfie, gone.
I was going to say, did you say Madueke is knocking on the door to start? Are you talking in Saka's position?
Yeah.
Bro, are you seriously going to move that mad off one game against Club Brugge?
No, I don't think it's one game.
Man, you might get a draw out of, man.
I don't think it's one game, I've been looking at Saka here, and even though I rate Saka, I do think sometimes when I look at Madueke and the way he plays, I'm like, the directness actually suits Arsenal a little bit more. And don't get me wrong, Saka's still got his qualities, but I just think for me, when I look at Madueke, do Arsenal look a little bit more dangerous? Maybe they're a bit more predictable with Saka in that. Look at the game against Aston Villa, really and truly.
But the thing is, though,
Hey?
Let's be honest, though. He looks more dangerous because you're playing against Club Brugge.
Exactly.
When you're playing up against Premier League opposition, Saka looks more dangerous because his decision making is so much better.
I agree.
He can put in a cross and he can make a shot where it's gonna create more chances or create a big moment. Whereas Madueke is just like you said, he's gonna try beat his man, and then what's he gonna try to do after that in the Prem? Not much. Kick it at the first man that's in front of him. Like, he'll get to the byline and then run out of ideas. Like, what am I supposed to do now? I'm at the byline. That's Madueke as a whole.
I do think
yesterday was great, but he does that against small teams. We saw him score a hat-trick against Wolves last year.
Yeah, no, it's true. I do think there's a question to be asked about, can Saka be utilised from the left to allow Madueke a couple of games? I'm not saying it should be all the time. Like, 11. Do we do that? Because Saka can play on the left, and I like Saka cutting in, but I don't think Madueke on the left, Wolfie. I've seen it out. It's not for me.
I'm not saying, by the way, Madueke should be starting. I'm saying Madueke
he can knock on the door like, to make a headache for Arteta.
To be like, yo, I'm knocking on the door.
This time yesterday, were you saying that?
Yeah, I generally when I be looking at Madueke's impact in games, I'll be like, you know what? Especially before his injury as well, and then since then, and let's be honest, Saka, has he been playing at the level? That was his first assist, wasn't it, in a year? You know what I mean? He hasn't been playing at the level. I don't. Hey,
open play assist, I think, or Premier League or something like that.
Premier League, but I don't think Saka's
Premier League
like,
assist. It's the injury that's killed him.
The injuries, yeah. There's been like, you know, I've been like, wow, like Saka. Like, I still think Saka's a starter, but I do believe Noni Madueke has the ability, or he has the actual, like, now can be like, you know what? If I keep playing like this and I keep showing my impact, he'll be knocking on the door. So it's a good problem to have.
Noni's better at taking on his man than Saka, to be fair to him. Saka just cuts inside and crosses or shoots.
Yeah.
He's predictable, but people can't get near him. But when it comes to Noni, he literally is so good to watch in terms of one-on-one. I'll give him that. He's got to improve his output, and last night we saw that. Hopefully that continues. But when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking there's options for us now. And I think, look, Saka and Madueke playing together could happen. Martinelli likewise, I think we could use maybe them a little bit differently and some positions in it, man. But look, Arsenal are top of the Champions League. I think it hasn't been said enough how good we've been in this Champions League, by the way. I don't remember the last time we've won all 6 and been like plus 15, top of the table. That's looking very, very good right now. So we've got Inter Milan and Kairat next. Basically, we beat Kairat. We've pretty much come first or second. That's all we need to do, even if we lose to Inter Milan. So that to me, I think, is being overshadowed. I don't really care about who you had an easier game. We played Bayern Munich, we spanked him. We play Atletico Madrid, we spanked him. Like, Bilbao away is not easy. Club Brugge, to be fair to them, did well against Barcelona. So I think we need to be respected on what we've done in the Champions League so far this campaign. I know it doesn't mean anything until May, but right now it's a great start.
I was going to say, because Liverpool were top last year, weren't they?
Exactly. So you've got to do, and PSG were about 16th, and they won it all, right? So you've got to look at that realistically. But right now, you can only judge on what we're doing, and it's looking pretty good, man. So look, I wanted to do these. Sorry, Hooks, go on.
I was saying it's a bit different this year, though, isn't it? Like the way that the Champions League is set out now, like what happened to Liverpool won't happen to who finishes first and second, and also this year.
Oh yeah, they've changed the format. Yeah, that's right. So they're waiting.
You get home advantage. You get home advantage.
First, second, or third. You get your home leg second.
Oh, but there's no away goals anymore.
No, there's not away goals anymore. But I think in terms of, they always say it's supposed to be easier to play home second. But I don't know if that means anything to people now. But that's
I get what you're trying to say, though.
Yeah. Let me do these supers, man. EG says, not used to playing with that type of 9. Guys are professional players. That excuse is straight copium and waffle. He's been mediocre for 65 million. I actually agree. I think he has been meaty for so far, but this time Havertz scores more goals than Gyokeres, if we're honest, and half the fan base wants to quick sell Havertz. FIFA settings. Look, it might be that we still need to go and buy again. Like, that sometimes happens in football. Like, I do not want Havertz as the number 9 every single game. I don't want Marino as there every single game. And fitness-wise, I don't really want Jesus. So if it isn't Gyokeres, might be the same. Keith says, did Arsenal fans forget how they slandered Calafiori and Marino last season and how they look now? Give the guys some time. We have a really good super chat, to be fair, because I was one who got on the bandwagon. I'm not sure about these two.
What do you think with them, though? Did they came with a lot of hype, though? Did they come with a lot of hype than what Gyokeres?
Not like Gyokeres, not like Gyokeres.
Not hype, bro.
I mean, maybe Calafiori a bit, because they were like, oh my God, this guy's a Maldini. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute.
Strikers get treated.
They liked how he looked. That's what happened.
A lot of people did.
Aura.
When Gyokeres battles centre-back lines, wingers get space wide. That is true. That is something he does do. But whether you want that up top or not, I mean, it's important, but I'd rather him doing that as well as scoring. But look, let's move, because there's a huge game at the weekend for this panel. There is anyway, between Spurs and Forest. Wolfie and Jords, man. I mean, you know, you like to talk on what your teams are going to be up to. Is this going to be 0-0 or 1-1?
What, you think there could be 2 goals between freaking negative teams, man? It's like, I don't know. Me and George did a preview on it earlier, and it was. And I don't want to put anyone off watching it, George, but it was the most freaking unenergetic preview, because it's just the 2 deadest managers in the league. It really is.
Are you already honeymoon over for Thingy?
When did my honeymoon start? I never asked him out, bro. I never asked him to marry me. What are you saying?
Nah, come on, man. He's just come through the door, man. Are you like already feeling miserable?
Man, you think I'm gonna freaking marry someone who sounds like Kane from WWE, man? I'm good, man. I'm good.
But real talk, no. What's making you feel like it? Is it because you've been on a decent run when he started? I know you've gone for a little bit of a wobble, but it's not like end of the, you know.
I'm not. This isn't about he's gonna do a crap job or he's gonna do a good job. I don't like this style of football, bro. That's my thing. It's just dead ball.
I know you don't, Wolfie. Just quickly, I know you don't, but I actually think Dyche might do quite well. I think he might have the players to suit what you can do to get you up the table. And I know you don't want him past that. It's like with Steve Cooper. You didn't want Steve Cooper long term, but you appreciated he got you up, kept you up, and then you moved on. You brought in Nuno. Nuno had to go for whatever reasons. You brought in Dyche. I think it's a similar Cooper thing. He'll do something, and you bring somebody else in to take you forward. And I think you just got to deal with what Dyche will do now for the next.
Yeah, let's be honest. Wolfie. Sean Dyche is your level, man. Do you know what it was? Nuno introduced you to a vibe that he knew he couldn't maintain, so he had to get out of there real quick. You know, you went to the nice restaurant on the first date, but that was the limit of the budget. You took out the whole bank account.
That's the difference between me being kind and Jords not.
We're gonna do this, We're gonna do this. All right, I hear it, man. I hear it.
The homeless.
You suddenly found your voice. I get it.
And you're not liking it. No, because let's be honest, bro. If Nottingham Forest are doing as most people expect them, yes, you had a good year last year, but away from last year, where you are right now, this is what Nottingham Forest is. This is who you are as a club. You can say the same about Spurs if you want to, you know, that we're mid-table.
I can say more.
What you want. But like Nottingham Forest right now, Sean Dyche suits what you need. Like Dan said, he may not be the person that gets you back into European football, which you're aiming for. But he is someone who can steady the ship, someone that can, you know, just balance the team out completely. And yes, you're not going to finish high, but you might get to a 12th, 11th, and then you bring in another manager maybe in 2 years' time, because I think you're going to need to get through this relegation battle this year. You need to. And then give him another year because he made you stay up. So you give him another year. It usually goes wrong in Sean Dyche's second or third season. We see that at Everton. They start to really give up. That's when you bring in the next manager who can come in and take you to another level. But the problem will be is you're going to try to do the Ange thing again, where you go get an attacking manager, when really and truly you're suited for this defensive.
I ain't asking for an attacking manager. I'm asking for a balanced manager. My guy, man, Marco Silva. Secondly, I don't know why you're talking. Yeah, you can't stand your manager. You know your manager.
I never said I can't stand him. Now you're pushing it. I said I want him out. I didn't say I can't stand him.
Want him out, can't stand him. What's the difference?
Well, they are very different because
you are talking to me. Hold on, you've done your monologue. Give me a sec. You are talking to me about the one off, and all this bullshit, right? You forget you finished 10 places below me. You forget progress for you is 60, and you're crying because you're 11th. Yeah, that's way, way past where you should be. You were in a relegation battle last year. Like, know your role and know where you've come from, bro.
But we just established that last year just seemed to be an anomaly because you were somewhere that you really, we were somewhere that we
are you in the top half of the table?
We were both shopping in
are you in the top half?
That's all it was.
Where are you in the league right now?
I'd be honest, I haven't looked at the league, but I think we're 9th.
You're in the bottom half, bro. You're scrolling down to see my team and your team now. That's what you're doing.
But
even worse in the form table.
Is that you guys are actually 2 points off the relegation zone. We're like 8 or 9. We get.
You know what? We win on Sunday with 2 points off you.
If we beat you on Sunday, we can go into 5th.
And if you lose your 2 points off me, bro,
we're 3 points off Chelsea. We're in a very comfortable position. We can jump.
You know what? That comfortable position that you were telling us about when you were third, that you had the third most goals, that you had the best defensive record after Arsenal, that you're looking up towards them. Maybe can we get Champions League football? Just settle for 16th. That's what I've been telling you from then. I told you 4 weeks ago. By this time, Spurs will be in the bottom half of the table and continue in their trajectory.
No, you told us 4 weeks ago, by this time, you would be above us, and you're not. That's what
we should be. We should be, but I have to take into account I got a ginger cunt in charge, man. What do you want me to do?
Everton. That's why, because you lose to the teams you shouldn't be losing to. You've won a couple games this season, all season. And you're now
how can you talk when you are liable for 50% of Wolves' points this season, and you're going to talk to me about losing to Everton? Come on, bro, have some shame.
Oh, and do you know what? I know that you're looking at Wolves' points because they're close to you. You know that they might finish above you.
50% of their points have come from you. 50%.
That 1 point.
Exactly.
Wow, you gave them a point.
The point.
Yeah,
The point
and then Paulinho ripped
what
his shirt
did you
off
hear
like
me
you won
say?
the Champions League.
What did you hear me say a lot last season? Spurs, we feed the homeless. And guess what? We're not feeding you this weekend. You're going to be starving, bro.
We ain't homeless, bro.
Food shelter you go. Back to the food shelter you go. You man are homeless.
You know what, George? I really didn't give a damn about this game.
We're taking 3 points with you. We're taking 3 points off you at the City Ground. I know that.
Did you take 3 points last season?
Doesn't matter about last season.
Did you take 3 points at home last season?
You're talking about when we had Ange.
Oh, yeah. When you had Ange, you won a trophy. What are you winning with Frank? Nothing.
Can I ask Wolfie? You know, your recruitment doesn't get spoken about enough, man, because you spend a lot of money. You know, how many of your signings would you say have been a success this season?
What of the new signings?
Yeah, the new signings. Yeah,
2.
How many did you sign? 10, 11?
It's had
14.
Yeah, this had a lot of players, man.
Oh, Jesus.
It's had a lot of players.
Who are the two that you like?
Hutchinson, if they damn well use him, and Igor Jesus.
Yeah.
And half Douglas Luiz. I mean, he's back in the team now, so I'm actually.
He's been out starting.
I forgot about him, man. To be fair,
yeah.
He's injury prone, man. He gets a lot of injuries.
Big time injury prone, man. His hamstring goes every time he takes a step. So
they spent a lot of money on Indoi. They spent money.
I'm surprised he's got a
in dud, not Indoi, man. He's an absolute dud. I'm done with
the guy that you gassed him up.
I gassed up backward. Don't
you gassed up Indoi.
Backwards back as well today, man.
Yeah, he's tired. He was at Strasbourg last season. And I thought, you know what, he's
a baller.
But again, man, like I don't know what when you look at the caliber players, when you look at the caliber of players that Nottingham Forest have, I do get where Wolfie's coming from. Like Sean Dyche isn't the best suited, but you've had Ange, you've had Nuno. And you're saying Marco Silva. You know, some Fulham fans don't really like Marco Silva, and they think his football's negative. So where do you want to
bro,
get?
Some United fans don't like you, but I still love you, bro. Like, what are you saying to me?
But
it's like people have their opinions, you know what I'm saying?
What do you want? What kind
I want balance. I want balance. That's all I want. Marco Silva has, but I want a team. You know what I dream of? I literally wake up sometimes in the night and think, shit, I was dreaming. Is seeing my team just press slightly.
Win a game.
Even a mid-press. Even a mid-press.
Dream about winning.
I just want a team that presses and doesn't want to defend on the edge of their box and doesn't fire long balls forward 24/7 and doesn't have a manager who comes to every press conference to say, I invented the long throwing.
You had Ange and you wanted Ange out. You wanted him out when he was
as soon as Dyche was linked, I was like, Ange in, man. Ange in. Like,
but you wanted him out.
Show me season 3, man.
You know what? They got to be careful, Nottingham Forest, There's only, I would say now for me, when I look at the table, Leeds, Forest, West Ham, Burnley. Wolves are finished in it.
They've gone.
You got to be careful, There could be a possibility Nottingham Forest could be relegated, this season.
This is the thing, I was trying to explain to him earlier. When you look at the table, every team above Brentford and Bournemouth, which is 14th and 13th, they're definitely not finishing above them. They're out of the race.
What are you talking about? Bournemouth are getting relegated.
Bournemouth are way better than you guys.
All right, we'll see.
So,
we're talking about Bournemouth getting Champions League.
He's literally in this tiny bracket with Fulham and Leeds that are above him.
But Leeds have showed enough more than them.
And Leeds have turned up in the big game.
All right, but how about this, right? There's only 2 Spurs players that get in my team. That's my issue here. 2 Spurs players get in the Forest team. No more.
2. Who are the 2?
Who are the 2?
And I'm even on Van der Ven. I'm saying Kudos and Van der Ven. That's it. You tell me who else gets in.
Come on, man. Who's your right
back? All right, tell me who gets in.
Who's your right back?
Most definitely.
I know, but he's
left back. Jed Spence gets in.
All right, 3, because I like Jed Spence. I'll give you Jed Spence.
Yeah, big up Rams.
He's a Forest player anyway. Go.
So hang on a minute. So you want Matt Sells in goal. Ola Aina at right back.
Yeah.
Left back, who do you want, Wolfie?
Nico Williams.
Ahead of Spence or Doggy?
Jed Spence is better.
Spence I'll grant because I still got a soft spot for him. I like him. Now, Nico Williams better than Spence at left back. I'll give you Spence at right back.
Your midfield, to be fair, I can't lie, is better than Tottenham.
I mean, who's getting in? Who's getting in that midfield?
How's that midfield better? Elliot Anderson, you can throw in there. Who else gets in?
Douglas Luiz is better than Paulinho.
Yeah, thank you.
Douglas Luiz hasn't played this season. Who's he better than?
He has played.
Actually, he has played a little bit. And he's playing tonight.
If they're both fit, they're better than your two.
And then Morgan Gibbs White.
Douglas Luiz is not better. Morgan Gibbs White definitely.
What are you talking about?
Xavi Simons, guys.
Oh, what? Xavi Simons, the guy that you guys want to mention, has got 2 man of the matches in 2 games and 3 in his last 3 starts. They want to talk about Xavi Simons.
Let's whip out the money sleeve, Jords. Let's whip out the money sleeve.
Yeah, you want to see a money sleeve? We can.
Yeah, let's see it, bro. Oh, he's crap. Finally.
Xavi's actually out here landing.
Yeah. By the way, Jords, you pulled out the money sleeve for Gibbs White, so hold that. That's what you were pulling that sleeve out for. You can even take Gibbs White.
And what's Gibbs White doing now? You hate him.
He scored more goals than Xavi Simons, bro.
In your shows, you sit there and cuss Gibbs White out at every available.
And he still scored more goals than Xavi Simons in the league.
How many goals has he got?
3. How many Simons got? How many Simons got in the league? How many Simons got in the league?
Oh, he's got 3 assists. He's got a goal.
Nah, how many goals has he got in the league?
That's fine. They're creators. He's a creator. He doesn't have to.
You don't like answering questions, do you, Jords?
But anyways, tell me.
Oh, do you know how many he's got
win this weekend? Because you're so talking this way, but I know you're not winning.
How many goals you got, Jords? How many goals?
Who? Xavi. He's got 2 goals in all competitions.
In the league.
In the league.
9 times. 5 GNA right now.
How many goals has he got in the league?
He's got 1 in the league. I don't know. Yeah, he's got a goal. He scored in the last game.
In the league.
He's got 1 in the league.
Great goal as well. You see,
he got 1.
Drove from midfield. Yeah, bottom corner. Great goal. Great goal.
He's got 1. Is Van de Ven still your?
What are we saying for this? Wolfie ain't got long. What are we saying? What are we saying for this? What are we saying for this game? Because Wolfie ain't got long. I actually think the Forest are going to stink this 1-0. You know.
Nah, I think Tottenham win. You know.
Is it home or away? Who's at home? Is Spurs at home?
City ground.
Forest not home.
City ground.
I think
you guys are away
last couple of Tottenham games have been good. They've had good games, and I feel like their momentum is better now. I think with their Forest, they're lacking goals, man, in their team, man, at the minute. You know what I'm saying?
Saeed, I get what you're doing here because I know your Spurs is bitch after you lost 4 times to them last season, and you enabled them with a trophy. So I get you've got this fear element.
We actually beat them 5 times, just to clarify.
Was it 5?
Would that mean that I would like them or not like them? I'm just looking
I just think you're scared of them, bro. But we don't. No other team looks at Spurs and think scary.
Do you have confidence in your own team? Do you have confidence in your own team?
I have confidence in my player. I don't have confidence in my manager.
There you go. So if you're saying that I'm going with Tottenham, I'm siding with Tottenham. That if you don't have confidence in your team, then I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I have less confidence in the Spurs team under Frank.
Because you're not a Spurs, you don't. We can sit.
Correct. No one does, Jords, apart from
objectively saying.
That's it.
Like he's objectively saying it, and he's correct. That Tottenham are picking up momentum. Our last 3 results, against Newcastle, then Brentford, and then the game midweek against Slavia Prague.
You claiming that as the result? You know what, Jords? If you go away.
And away from home this season, we've only actually lost against Arsenal. That's the only loss we have. So when you actually look at our away game, our away form is good. So we're going away to the City ground. When you play tonight, by the way, you're away at Utrecht. So you're playing tonight already on the Thursday. Then you're coming on to the Sunday. We already know whenever you do those back-to-back Europa League games, it's tough. It's tough. So you guys aren't going to be up for it. And we know we're just going to beat you. It's going to be literally an easy day out. Maybe a 2-1, but like an easy win.
George, let me leave you this because I got to jump. But you should just be happy if you leave the City ground this Sunday with a GA bigger than 007, bro. That should be a big dub for you. Like, maybe if you get to like 0.5 or something like that, that's progress for you guys.
You mean
right?
XG? You said GA.
Right, XG.
Sorry, the point didn't land when you
but you knew what I was talking.
I knew what he meant. Wolfie, just quickly before you go, you beating Utrecht tonight?
Yeah.
My baller, watch out for Zidane Iqbal, man. Zidane Iqbal. Watch out for him, man.
Utrecht still about. Sounds like Utrecht sounds like you're about.
It's 21, 22.
Yeah. Can I just say, George, if Gibbs White and we win 1-0 and it's Gibbs White, good luck next week.
Our money sleeve just for you.
We will be there.
If you guys win, I'll send you a personal money sleeve video that you can run everywhere. Trust me.
Yeah.
If that happens, I'll do it.
Yeah, and I'll be playing that in slow motion. Make sure it's nice and 4K, so I can do my thing with it. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
Cool.
Don't worry about that.
Love Wolfie. Appreciate you, bro. Enjoy it. We'll send people over after this anyway, man.
Appreciate it. Much love.
Big up Wolfie, man.
It's all good, man. Big up Wolfie anytime. Make sure you're following Wolfie on Forest Fan TV or just stay tuned and go and check out if they're beating Utrecht after this. There's 1.2K in here, people. Make sure you hit like and subscribe and you're following every single one of these guys. We've got Saeed TV, Halftime Hooks. We've got Liverpool Chats TV with Jamie and Jureg Diaries as well. Let's quickly touch on Liverpool.
We don't
Liverpool.
Well, Jay, you've kind of like not been about, so I want to get your thoughts, bruv. You know, Cowles wants Gerrard in. You know what I'm saying? He's done. He's tapped out. What about yourself, bruv? Oh, mate, imagine. But are you slot in, slot out, shake it all about, or are you going to give him time to the season, get an interim in, get Klopp back? Do you want bloody Luis Enrique? What's happening here? Your fan base, I can't keep up with them, bruv.
Oh, mate.
Is it that bad, Jay?
Yeah, it's bad, man. Yeah, look, my manager's a bitch. It's just what it is. It is what it is. I don't think Liverpool are going to sack Slot. There's no point even. I don't think they're going to let him go. I think the only way they let Arne Slot go is if Xabi Alonso comes available. If Xabi Alonso comes available, I think Arne Slot gets the same.
Well, after last night, Jay, maybe he does become available.
Yeah, but that Real Madrid team is, I tell you, that might be the worst Real Madrid squad I've seen in my generation of watching football. That is a terrible squad, that Real Madrid team. I think Real Madrid just struggle to get top 4 in the Premier League, personally.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah, man.
That's a massive shout, man. Massive.
It's a massive
crazy.
shout. I don't like that squad, man. I don't like that team.
Whoa, top 4,
I actually thought it was all right, man. I just think they're not playing for the manager. That's the problem, innit? They don't play to his tactics, so he looks worse.
Too much player power over there, ain't it? That's the problem. It's too much player power. I'm not big on Real Madrid. They're all quite childish over there as well, all whining and moaning. But look, Liverpool are whining and moaning themselves, man. The fan bases I am. I don't know what's look. Slot I want at the club. I've not made any. I will keep saying it. I want Arne Slot to leave. The one thing I will say with the Salah situation, you probably can't sack Arne now because you can't pick player over manager. Because if you pick player over manager, don't matter who comes in, that manager's effed straight off the bat because they know, I bet I have to pick Mo now because if I don't, I'm going to get the boot as well. So Slot's got no choice but to stay in now. And one thing I will say about Slot, I know, I don't mind flip-flopping and being hypocritical. I don't really care, to be fair. If he can start winning games of football again and get us through this period of time with this Salah situation as well, I'll tip the hat off to him and say, that he's done a good job there. Now, if he can turn this around now and keep this Salah situation, what he's having to go through as well, and coast through that bit, I'll tip the hat off to him and go, all right, well done. Now continue this to see what you moment in time. I'm not happy. Why should I be happy? We've lost 18 games in 2025. I shouldn't be happy about that. I slag Man United off for losing so many games, and then I find out we've fucking lost more. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And sides like the same. Liverpool and Man United are the two biggest clubs in this country by a country mile, right? And the standards are the highest, and we demand better and we want better. And if them standards are not being met, managers have to move on. I don't get the problem with that. Some fans are happy with winning things every now and then and to competing and stuff like that. I want a win every year as a Liverpool fan. That's my standards. I've had arguments.
Especially when you smashed the bloody British transfer record twice in 1 year.
Exactly. I can't be a hypocrite. I'm not going to sit here and be a hypocrite and go, oh, look how much money Chelsea has spent. Look how much Man United spent in the 90s and stuff like that. And there's Liverpool smashing them records left, right and centre. Yeah, I was standing on top of the cliff shouting out, we're going to walk the league. And when you've got players that are coming in with the quality of Ekitike, the quality of Isaacs, the quality of Wirtz of this world, with the players that you've already got there, I expect my coach to be able to do better in his role and in his job. I can't sit here and go, I'll give Isaac a year. Isaac knows the Premier League, man. You know what I'm saying? He knows the Premier League. Look how quick Ekitike's taken. He's right, this is my league now, is it? Okay, cool, let's go. Even rival fans like Ekitike. That tells you how good Ekitike is.
Yeah, he's a good player.
So there's quality in our side. Is my side the finished article? No, but I always think
should be.
I always think that I don't think there's ever been a perfect squad, yeah. But coaches can make squads look perfect, if that makes sense. So even under Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool always had holes in their team, right? Liverpool always had holes in their team. But because of his coaching and quality, he hid the weaknesses and showed the strengths. And that's what quality coaches do. And at this moment in time, Slot's struggling with that. So yeah, I don't know what we do going forward. I just don't think Slot's going anywhere now after Salah's outburst.
That's my question to the panel, right? Maybe I'll send this to Hooks, man. Who wins this, Salah or Slot? Because one of them's going. They ain't both staying.
Slot.
I think Slot wins, but in actuality, I win. Yeah, because Salah played. He played 5D chess, yeah, and put Liverpool in a scenario where they can't sack Slot. So I win in the end. But I do feel like out of this, the manager probably will. They was pretty quick to back Slot. To be fair,
you got it, right?
You got it, which is, I mean, maybe some Liverpool fans won't like that because obviously it's a civil war. You know, it's like Captain America versus Iron Man. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it is at the moment. And you got obviously your Salah people.
Salah's a fool though, man, isn't he? Salah's a fool for saying
that. He's a fool. Look, so with the I go back and forth. I have arguments with Liverpool fans about all this time because they think I'm backing Salah up, which I'm not. I understand Mo's frustrations. I keep saying this. I understand what he's saying, but I don't agree with the action. If that makes sense. If he is this upset, just keep it behind closed doors and have words with the manager there. And then if it leaks out from the club, you can blame other people because they're leaking it out. Don't come out and say it publicly. I don't agree with everything he said, obviously, where he said I shouldn't be dropped and stuff like that. That's a bullshit comment. You know, that's just an ego comment. But there is things I can understand why he's frustrated. You know, he doesn't come off the bench and we defrost Wataru Endo from nowhere to come on and stuff like that. When was the last time any of you guys saw Endo touch pitch? You know, and then he's coming onto the pitch, you know what I mean? So I can understand his frustrations. He's probably watching Isaac this season. They go and buy Isaac, yeah, British record fee, go be this new quality striker. And Salah's probably thinking that, like, all right, I'm being dropped while he's being played, but I've done this for 8 years at this football club. You know, I'm the third highest goal scorer of all time.
You know what? That don't work, Jamie. Because
rightly or wrongly, rightly or wrongly, that's how Salah probably feels. The thing is, I don't think Mo should apologise for the way he feels because that's the way he feels.
No, I don't think so as well.
Right, if you feel like that and you want to say them things, you say it and you have to hold your chin up high and just take the shit that is going to come your way. Don't apologise because as soon as you apologise, you're basically saying, "Oh, I didn't mean that," or "I've caved into pressure and all that." Be a man and just admit what you've done is wrong.
The problem is, Jamie, though, is he said in the summer himself, part of him signing the new contract was not being involved in the plans for the next year, but understanding that Liverpool want to improve the team. They want to bring in players of the same quality, of a higher level to continue succeeding. So he would have had conversations with them and they would have said, okay, we're targeting a top number 10. We're targeting a striker. We're targeting these positions and we want to build this team so we can carry on to win leagues. Part of that is going to be you're 33. We're gonna pay you your same money, and you're still gonna get the same, pay because of what you've done for the last 8 years. That's why you're still getting that money. But you are going to have the reduced role in the team.
He's got to sit on bench. Yes, to.
Yeah. And
I don't disagree with that.
No, and I'm not saying whether he has to, but I feel like he should have understood going into the season that this is going to be part of the process now. You are getting older. You will sit on the bench. And the biggest thing is, even when you say, why is Endo coming on the pitch? Or like Endo's coming on before him, it's at least Endo, he's probably on the bench smiling. He's got an attitude and a positive attitude to come off the bench. When you're looking at Salah, he's sat there. He's got his face covered up.
I agree.
He's supposed to be a captain and a leader. But I'm not Slot looking at my bench and like, oh yeah, he's the guy who's going to change the team.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Like me personally, I've been wanting Endo to play more minutes all season. So it aggravates me that he hasn't been playing all minutes all season. And then he comes in from the pitch from absolutely nowhere and comes onto the pitch. Mo probably just what Mo wants to say, and he feels he's right. Go for it. I just don't agree with the action. I just don't agree with you. So Paul Gorst basically tells it as it is, yeah. So Paul Gorst is in the media area. Salah walks past him. He says, "Have you got a minute?" He always says it, knowing that he never says anything. He went, "Give me 15 minutes. I'll be right back and go take a shower." Right? Salah didn't play that game. Paul Gorst said, "It's a bit weird. He's just fobbing us off. He won't be back." And then he said, like, Virgil walked past him, Robbo walked past him and stuff like that. And they decided not to talk to them because they thought Salah would be back. 15 minutes later, Salah came back. And then he had that whole conversation. Then he had that.
What happened?
Yeah.
So he had the whole 15-minute shower to think about what he's going to say.
Yeah, because if you watch it when Salah comes back, he doesn't scream, he doesn't shout. Everything is calm and measured, you know, in his conversation. So this is I look at it on. I always talk about it. So I look at it from Mo's point of view and not my point of view. From Mo Salah, he's probably looking at him thinking, "Brought these players in. I've got Cody Gakpo doing nothing on the left-hand side. I've got Isak coming in doing nothing. Wirtz has got no GA this season, but it looks like I'm the agenda now. You know, you hear it like Sky Sports News are doing a piece every single day, aren't they, with a different presenter? Like, oh, Mo don't play now because he can't defend set pieces because he's 5'9". Liverpool had the best defensive record from set pieces last season. Mo played every game. Do you know what I mean? And now they go, oh, no, it's because football's changed a little bit now. More low blocks, more long throws, stuff like that. Mo's not needing that. Mo doesn't track back. When has Mo track back, man? You know, what? You know, so what do you think
of Carragher's action then? If you don't agree with this,
I agreed with what Carragher said from a sporting perspective. I thought he just went a bit personal.
Yeah, he did.
In his thing. I think he had to bring up AFCON at all because Jamie forgets only a year ago he said AFCON was that little tiny competition that didn't matter and basically took the piss out of it. And now he's having to go at Mo for not winning it and putting it down, saying that he's a Chelsea reject. I've never heard him say that about Kevin De Bruyne. So it sounded like a personal attack. The first few minutes of that conversation, Carragher was right. And if he stopped it and that was it, it'd been fine. But it felt like a personal attack after that.
Facts.
That's what I didn't like.
That was nasty work. I can't lie. Nasty work.
That's what I did like. And do you know, it's not like he's the first player, Salah. Like, I'm not dissing any other player because I don't mind players doing this, by the way. Speak your mind, man. Is it Harry Kane didn't turn up to training, did he? Because he wanted to leave Tottenham, right? Yeah. And his brother was in charge of that, I believe. Is that correct? Right? Sky Sports went, let him leave Tottenham. Tottenham should let him go. Do him a favour. Let him go. Right? Some favour, I say.
Good point. It's going to be an interesting one now to see what happens with Slot and Salah. But
he's not going to play him on the weekend. Definitely not. He's not going to play him.
I think both of them are going to end up going. I've got to be real. I think Salah's done, and I think Slot will get sacked at some point.
If Alonso becomes available, I'm telling you, if Alonso becomes available and Madrid sack him and he hasn't got a club, the rumour is that Marco Edwards loves Alonso. That's his guy, right? But they couldn't get him. They interviewed him first. He wanted the Real Madrid job, and then they went and got Arne Slot. So I think because I don't think Liverpool go sack Slot and get an interim in or try and get someone out of their contract halfway through a season because it'd be difficult. So they feel like they might as well just keep with Slot and then do something in the summer.
Would you take Alonso, Jay?
No.
Nah, man.
I didn't want Alonso.
It's not ready, man. It's not ready, man.
No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I think Alonso's perfect for your team. I actually think he's perfect.
Maybe.
You got two of his best players, like Frimpong and Burks. It makes sense.
I mean, if anyone's going to be the best out, but I think Burks is playing quite recently. So, you know, I think.
Who do you want then, Jay?
Who do I want?
Or do you want to wait till the end of the season and get an Enrique?
Look, I'd love Liverpool to get Luis Enrique, but I just don't think he's going to leave PSG. I also think Luis Enrique feels like he's got unfinished business with Barcelona as well. I think he wants to go back there eventually. I'm not sure. I'm really, really not sure. There's some managers out there that people talk about, like and Palace manager and all that, and I like, are they really that much better than Slot? No, in reality, are they really that much better than Arne Slot? I'm not.
There's not really anyone out there.
No, and that's why I think that Slot's here. I think there's two managers. I think there is two managers if they come available. That's Alonso and Nagelsmann as the German coach. I think if it decides to leave after the World Cup and becomes available, I think they're the two Liverpool look at. Outside of that,
I think you should look at that over Iriola and Glasner. Like, I like Iriola. I think he's really good. But if you look at what he's doing with Bournemouth, I know he's pulling up trees in terms of where they are, but it's not like, whoa, he's like putting them.
There's no pressure on him to do it, though. There's no pressure.
No, it's different, man. It's different. And same with Glasner.
That's
to be fair,
rubbish the past 2 months. If you look at their results, they've been.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. They have been.
If Bournemouth or Palace lose a game, it's not really going to get spoke about, is it? So the pressure ain't there.
Exactly.
If Liverpool and Man United's and Arsenal's and Chelsea's of this world and Tottenham's
headline news
lose games of football, it's headline news. The pressure's different.
Yeah, and like you say, when you look at the Premier League table, you see Bournemouth and Palace when they're up there, and you're like, oh, then they start talking about when they lose, they talk about United and Arsenal again. They don't talk about Palace and Bournemouth losing. So you're right, it is complete different pressure. It really is. But look, man, let's move to United very quickly. Saeed,
yeah, man.
Bruv, can you finish above Chelsea this year?
We could. I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be that unimaginable. I think people are looking at Chelsea thinking, "Yo, yeah, cool. They were facing for the title," but really and truly, like United should be chasing that top 4, top 5. You know what I mean?
Should be or will be. Like Saeed loves to do this with his words. Like, you should. Man United should be.
Where did I predict at the start of the season? Where did I predict when we were doing our predictions? Where did I predict? I said United top 5, right?
Yeah, you said 5th, I reckon.
Yeah. But when I look at it now, I think United could finish 4th. You know what I mean? I think the top 3, I don't know, Aston Villa might fall off, and I think they will do. Not to the degree that I think it will be crazy. You know what I mean? So 3rd could be available. Top 2 might be kind of clear of everyone. But I think it's always the same thing where the 3rd, 4th, 5th, they're kind of like, it's kind of similar. You know what I mean? I think we're looking at this league and it's wide open. Liverpool already got problems. Yeah, cool, we've got problems, and the manager is a big issue for that, if I'm being honest with you. Tottenham, I mean, there was 1 minute where fans wanted Thomas Frank out. You know what I mean? So it's like, can they build consistency? So I feel like everyone's in the same boat. It's just whether you believe you've got the individuals to take you far. We're going to be losing Mbeumo and Ahmad. That's going to be a big blow. But this is where Cunha and Sesko have to step up and start earning their money, man. You know what I mean? And start doing what they need to do. Mason Mount's a little bit of form. But I generally think, for me, there shouldn't be a reason why United are not in the conversation for top 5, at least bare minimum. I don't think there is. We've got 1 game a week. We should be looking like a team that should be understanding what the manager's doing. I think it comes down to the manager really being stubborn and not changing the 5 at the back when we're down to 10 men, not beating low block teams. That's the problem right now. I think it comes down to tactics more than anything. Because I think personnel-wise, whether you think they've been a flop or not so far, Cunha and Mbeumo, Sesko, these guys, Ahmad, they've got quality. Bruno Fernandes, they've got quality to influence games, you know? So they have to now be getting and be in a platform where the manager allows them to get more chances, to score more goals, and be a bit on the front foot. So if United can build a bit of consistency while everyone's picking up points from each other, and everyone's beating each other, guys, man. Look at this weekend. Sunderland played Newcastle. Brighton versus Liverpool. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean? Brighton are around you guys, Liverpool. Okay, Tottenham are facing Forest. That's a little bit of a different one. Aston Villa, I think, who do they play Aston Villa? I don't know who they play. They must be playing someone in and around them as well, I believe. So yeah, man, like
Villa got West Ham, to be fair, but
West Ham, Chelsea have got Everton.
Chelsea, Everton, yeah.
Yeah,
Palace,
so like
Palace, Man City.
Palace, Man City, so Palace are around us as well. So everybody's beating each other. Can we do our job? And I think we will do our job on Monday, but it's crazy, man. It's a crazy league right now. You just have to keep winning getting your
Let
points.
me ask, because Jords and Hooks, you laughed when Saeed said, "Do you think Man United can?" Are you disagreeing? Both of you.
I'll let Hooks go. Go on, Hooks.
It's not that I'm disagreeing. It's just that, like, Man United fans are very similar to Chelsea fans in the sense that they always talk like this, and then something will go wrong, and then all the excuses flow out in it. So
sounds like an Arsenal fan.
No. Hey, Saeed, don't worry about Arsenal. Focus on United, your own club. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. Like, Man United fans, Chelsea fans, they're usually fans that they focus way too much on other clubs that they forget about their own. And I don't know if Aston Villa are gonna drop off the way you think they might. I don't even know if Crystal Palace are gonna drop off the way people think they might. In it, like I just feel like Man United versus these teams. It's less about how many games a week you play and more about when you face these teams, can you actually beat them? And at the moment, I'm not too sure. Like I have you down to beat Bournemouth this weekend, but you can still lose to Bournemouth. Like if Man United lose to Bournemouth this week, no one will be surprised. And I think that says a lot about any hopes Manchester United really have of getting into the top 4, top 5. But hey,
do you know we're coming up to this busy time of year where teams can get a lot of points or lose a lot of points very quickly, can't they? And things can change, extremely quick. I've got a question for you guys though, because I've been asking this all season. Is this league actually good or bad?
Bad.
So it's
competitive.
There we go.
Competitive, but it's not great. It's competitive.
You know what it is though, Dan, though? It's tough to say because let's be honest, you look around the other like leagues in football, the quality isn't there. The quality of football is just
football's gone that way.
I agree with that, Jordan. But it means it's bad. It means that all of it's bad, like at the moment, not just.
Yeah, I think football as a whole is bad because you can look at the Serie A, and I would say like half of those teams are shit. Like they've got 2-3 decent teams, and the rest of them are dreadful.
Yeah,
like the quality is so bad. Hooks. Like I just think we have a problem in football where we all like we're all it's either that or we're all just nostalgia merchants. We all look back on the past and just think it's so much better than it is now.
No, it was.
I agree. I personally think it is.
We've just been talking about our strikers. And we're all saying, Ekitike and Volta-Maida, they're looking very good. Like Volta-Maida and Ekitike wouldn't have got nowhere near some of the Premier League players, the strikers of years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? So the league has gone.
Hang on, Ekitike could be that player, man. Ain't no lie.
It's also that, but also we're a lot more critical, Dan, because we've got so much analytics, we've got access to so much information.
Yeah.
We're so critical of every little thing that's going on with clubs, and we can pinpoint a bad thing even when there isn't that much bad. Like, let's be honest, Arsenal were doing you guys top of the table, doing great for the first 3 months, and still people are finding things wrong with how Arsenal are playing because we have so much information and so much data to do so. So I do think that's a part to play in it. Like, I think it's
in the 90s, no one was doing video comps on Twitter about
no. 90s.
You never saw it.
You didn't even care about assists. Was assists even a thing? Like, you didn't even count assists.
Well, assists now. I could a right back could give a simple ball 40 yards down the line, and the player goes and takes 3 players on the scores, but that's counted as an assist.
But not only that, I think also like the way we analyze football now is very, very much like look at the first 4 games. Oh, who's gonna win the league? Oh,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're doing mad like analysis so early on, bro. Even now, still it's not even halfway through the league yet. You know what I mean? So it's like United back in the day, Fergie would say like Christmas time, right? We're gonna win the league here because we're gonna put on a big run. So it's one of them ones where like I look at it and I'm like, there's a lot of like over analysis, like sacking managers early on. It's mad to think.
Yeah, it is a lot more knee jerk now.
Sorry, we never had field tilt in the 90s, did we?
Yeah, field tilt and all that stuff. So it's like I'm not saying that Ange deserves to get sacked here, but like not Ange, Thomas Frank. But when you look at it, it's mad to think that he's barely had a summer window, and like I get it, it's been poor Tottenham. But to think that he's already, like, fans were calling to be sacked is crazy. But then again, because everything now is overanalyzed with the XG and and whatnot, there's not much time to get now. So,
but like the whole, like Jords is right to say the whole of football is the talent pool is gone. But in the Premier League, just take that Premier League for example. Other than Haaland and Isak, right, because they're clearly the 2 best strikers in the league, we then look down and think who's the best after that, and people might throw some names like Watkins and Mateta and all these guys, right? But Watkins and Mateta weren't better than ain't better than Les Ferdinand, or ain't better than Dwight York, or ain't better than Nicola Anelka, or they ain't better than
Kevin Phillips. You compare them to like the Shola Amiobis and the Yukuzus and them, man. That's who you compare them to.
That's it. Yeah. So
like
we're looking at
Kevin Phillips would walk this league as a goal scorer.
Kevin Phillips, another shout. There you go. Matt Letitia, like James Beattie, even Andy Johnson. All these guys are better than these. Ollie Watkins is like the top 3 in the league. I'm like, really? Like, he's a good player, Watkins. But what are we doing here? Like, he's like seen as the top 5 strikers now in the Premier League. What's going on, man? Like, seriously, where have they all gone, man?
But it's also competitive as well. It's competitive.
I'm trying to. What's the top draw of wingers in the world that ain't like, Harry Kane and Lewandowski is coming closer towards the end of their careers. Who's the best strikers now? Apart from Haaland.
I know. It's
Alvarez is up there. Julian Alvarez.
I love Alvarez. He's a quality player.
I like Alvarez.
Would you call Alvarez that striker though?
Yeah.
Well, but then again, let's go one further. Let's say left wingers. Yeah. When we had left wingers in the Premier League, you don't have to go to the 90s or 2000s. Let's go 2010, which wasn't really seen that long ago. It goes so quick. And you could just reel out like Mane and Bale and Hazard and Son. And then now it's like Semenyo and Martinelli and Gakpo. It's like, what are we doing, man?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Where have they gone, bro?
And they're getting bought for ridiculous money now.
Do you know what it is? Players are not allowed to show their flair anymore. That's the thing. Because your players, when we was growing up watching football, we was amazed by the flair players would show and the individual brilliance, and that's what drew us to the game. And they were allowed to do that and give away the ball because it was benefiting the team, them doing that. Players are not allowed to give away possession anymore. It's frowned upon. So everything's kept really simple. Everything's systematic.
With that, Jamie, I don't know if you guys saw like Pep Guardiola's reaction to Cherki's assist. Like, that just summarized it all up for me. People say he doesn't take creativity out of the players, but when they the person after the game was asking, the interviewer was like, "Oh, what did you think about Cherki's assist?" He was like, "Well, I just want my players to put the ball in the box. I don't care about it." Like he said, and then he went on a whole tangent how Messi done the basic things well. He just dribbled through players. He didn't do any of that other stuff. I like it. It's just going back to, you're doing too much. Just put the ball in the box. And no, that's exactly what we want to see. We watch football at the highest level to see these types of skills. You want to see players doing those types of things. And the top managers are trying to take it out of the game. That's the problem, man.
Because they don't want to give the ball away and get counted on that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's so systematic now. It's because defending is shit now compared to it was.
Oh, defending is a mess. Let's just have it right. Defending is a mess. Pep is actually to blame for a lot of this, by the way. Well, actually, Pep's kind of to blame for everyone trying to copy him. As much as he's quality, everyone's tried to copy it badly. That's what I think.
I hate it when you see really meaty sides trying to play out for the back. You're like, what are you doing? Just bomb it up the field, man. That's what you should do.
Oh, it's annoying. I like Nketiah, to be fair to him. What was he doing the other day against Villa? Just launch it, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, launch it.
Oh, dear me. Anyway, look, we're going to wrap up there, people. Big up to all of you for putting your super chats in. Big up for everyone that's here and has liked the stream already. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't done so already as well. If you want to check out the channel merch, you can do, links in the description. You will get it in time for Christmas. So go check that out. That's out now. Said TV. Said, what you got coming up, bruv?
Yeah, I'm live in about 10 minutes, people. Straight Jacket podcast. Me, Mina, and Nuruddin. So, yeah, man. Come and join us. And we'll be talking about Kobe Mainu.
Yeah, man. Arsenal linked with him the other day.
What's going on with Kobe?
Well, he could be leaving to Napoli, man. Napoli are very interested in him. So, yeah.
Oh, Napoli's saving all the United midfielders. Is that what they're doing?
McTominay is going to go join McTominay, man.
McTominay's a good footballer.
McTominay and Gilmore as well. They got
McTominay's goal for Scotland the other day. That was
man. McTominay's goal was unreal. McTominay's been brilliant since he left United.
Doing bits, I can't lie.
I thought McTominay was good at Man United. To be fair,
so did I. I actually didn't mind him.
Oh, come on, honestly, man. I hate when I hear this. Man. He was.
But would you say? Do you think McTominay walks into your midfield now?
Yeah, but the thing is, where would he play though? Would he play in the 10 or would he play in the 6s? That's a problem.
He'd play in the pivot.
He played with Casemiro, and then Bruno would have to be pushed forward, like, or something. I don't know. You have to do that, I suppose.
Then that is his profile because he's a box he's arrives in the box crashing like Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Bruno and Casemiro as the two midfield 2025. My God, what is happening in United, man? Jesus Christ. Anyway, Jords, what you got coming up, bro?
I got a prediction show with Hooks and the Fam Zone lot at 7 p.m. So come over there, and then away from that, dropping the preview with Wolfie, like you said, tomorrow afternoon. So look out for that one, man.
Love that, man. Jamie?
Yeah, I'm live with. I've got the Coppish boys on later tonight after 10.
Love that. Love that. Listen, we're going to send you over to Wolfie. He's on his watch along now. Just go and spam the chat with just the letter U. U for Utrecht. We'll see you next time, people. We're out of here. Laters.
Come on.